Okay, continuing. Every week, I upload mystery deep dives on my podcast. Ooh, late night with Expo. Yay! Nexpo. Welcome back to Nexpo. Hi. Yeah, hello, Nexpo. Yeah, following. Be aware. What? Be aware what? If you or a loved one has noticed any of the following symptoms: depersonalization, derealization, hear beckoning voices, memories are not your own, or reoccurring woman in your dreams. No. Nothing is gonna scare me except the Hindu traditions. Okay, that's crazy, sir. They don't scare me. My bestie is a Hindu. My best friend, she's a Hindu. Like, for me personally, they've never really like scared me. They seem tame compared to other people.
Well, to be honest with you, this isn't really about anything. This is about us.
What am I watching? 5 friends in Michigan filmed themselves kidnapped. Why is he behind? 5 days later, the friends are arrested and they now face life in prison. That escalated. But is it real? Are you watching a game? Whoa, 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 whoa. That's so close to my name. That is so close to my name. Bro. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell. Okay. Poppy playtime music, let's go. Sorry.
It's a late night. Unassuming. Quiet.
Are we sure?
The Walton Files blares on your bedroom TV, filling the void of darkness around you.
I'm scared.
It's peaceful, comfortable even. You scroll through Reddit, searching for something to pass the time. Before, out of nowhere...
I don't really scroll Reddit. I need to. I just watched, I just keep watching those videos. You know those videos? Like, where I watch them before I sleep. It's basically people reading out Reddit videos and stuff. Why all the beautiful girls in scary actions? I swear. Beautiful girls are always in like scary ass shit, bro. I swear. You can't even look at them because you're half of the time you're fucking scared for your life out here. And then the second half you're just admiring women. They're like, oh, look at them, so pretty, so sparkly. Sorry. I love women.
A lone post
Beautiful.
by an Emerald Spring populates your feed. They're searching for something. Some sort of lost documentary called The Real Blair Witch.
The Real Blair Witch.
There seems to be so little information about this documentary out there and absolutely nowhere to watch it. I recall it being on TV, and there's 1 or 2 references to it out there. It has nothing to do with the Blair Witch Project and is more of a true crime documentary. I'd love to see
True
it,
crime?
and it's frustrated me for years now, not being able to track it down. It
Okay,
must
so
be
you're
out
telling me
there
this
in
was
some
real.
archive somewhere, but I'm guessing its lack of availability kind of makes
Sorry.
it lost.
I'm opening chat here so I can talk.
At first glance,
properly.
this seems
My
relatively
laptop died.
unassuming. Yet another lost media mystery with hardly a lead to go on. Yet the name, The Real Blair Witch,
Connection.
shrouds it in this weird tinge of dread. I don't know what it is, but something about the way this is framed, the lack of information,
It's so scary I
something
had to put
about
lipstick
this
on.
has sparked something. Within their post, Emerald Spring provides a link to its IMDb page, revealing that there's hardly anything to go off of. The page is barren.
Okay, so
Just
it's
one
not
review,
a
release year,
movie,
and director.
right?
The only tangible bit of info here is the plot summary. A group of teens from Flint, Michigan film themselves kidnapping and terrorizing a new acquaintance before taking her out to the woods and dumping her in a shallow grave.
Whoa!
They then taunt their terrified and blindfolded victim, asking if she had any last requests before they cut her throat.
Yo!
Is the kidnap real or just a game? What's revealed is an extraordinary and disturbing record of a night when something went terribly, terribly wrong. Well, now you've got my attention.
I agree, Nexpo.
Can't trust your AI results?
No, because I don't care about AI. Fuck AI. Get out of my face. Thank you, next.
With such a graphic, visceral description of such an inhumane crime, curiosity in this case took off on Reddit. Comment after comment poured.
So we're saying like, are we gonna blah 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 blah? Okay, bloop bloops. Sorry, I need to get the light. I'm gonna get close to you. Hi. Hi. You see me? 'Cause I see you. Hi. Oh, that's bright as fuck. That should be better. I hope that's better. I hope it's a little scary type, you know? Like a bonfire kind of a vibe. I hope. Because I'm sitting on my bed. I'm not using my gaming chair because, like, my cat's sleeping on it. I'm sorry if the setup is a little bit weird. Let me know if it is. I'll change it immediately. I'm so sorry. It's a little... My God. I need to cut this out in editing. But yeah. Okay. Continuing. Okay. Where'd it go? Video. Okay.
Expressing interest in tracking this footage down. Most believed in its existence.
I get why people wanted to find out where this video was.
Regardless, though,
and what's it
the common
about.
theme here was intrigue. The Blair Witch Project, back when it came out, was horrifying, and the implications of someone recreating this in real life to torment a very real person sounds like it's straight out of
I feel like it's a NRG. What's it called? NRG? No. What's it called? ARG. I feel like it's an ARG.
nightmare.
Because there's no
What in
way
the world did
they'd
they
actually
exploit
do
much
it.
back then?
Right? Because that's
What
illegal.
truly is this? Over the following weeks, whispers about the doc's existence would trickle in. Mentions in online articles. A trailer on a production company called Raw TV's own Vimeo page. But what really sent this mystery into the stratosphere was nearly an entire year later when a Redditor named Transbian8787 would chime in with the revelation that no one saw coming.
Next for YouTube, anything? Oh.
The real Blair Witch, as it turned out, was very real.
No.
However, once Pandora's box was opened and the internet began to sink their collective teeth into it, it was realized that this story is much, much stranger than anyone had imagined.
No.
The real Blair Witch isn't just a film. It's a glance into one of the eeriest, most bizarre incidents that I have ever read.
You're telling me this actually happened? No. No.
About ensnaring nearly everyone involved.
The Blair Witch Project, it completely blew like the way horror movies were done. It completely changed because of Blair Witch. I feel like it changed completely. The way that everything was being filmed right after the movie, the way that people talked about the movie, the way that people were making new movies, it completely changed. Like, whoa, that's insane. It's actually crazy. No, I'm trying to still process the fact that this might have actually been a real story. And it's not clicking in my head right now because there's no way somebody would do that and then upload it.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the event of an emergency, please walk to the nearest exit. Thank you.
Stop scaring me, Nexo. Nexpo. Nexo? Nexpo. Oh. I'm scary.
When the Blair Witch Project hit theaters in 1999, it didn't just scare audiences, it changed the horror genre.
See,
More than
that's
just
what
a
he
film,
said. That's
it
what I
became a
said.
psychological experiment that made people question what was real and what wasn't.
Exactly. Like, it changed the way people function. The way that horror movies were going, it was just like, oh, spooky thing here, spooky thing there. This was completely different. It was a friend group finding random things going on to them, and they're actually filming in real time. It kind of reminded me of paranormal.
The setup
Kind of like that.
3 young filmmakers set out to document an old urban legend, only to vanish without a trace. What
And
remained
all that you find is the footage left by them. That's
was
it.
the footage they left behind.
Crazy.
But unlike traditional horror films, this story had no scripted feel, no heart-stopping jump scares, just raw, unfiltered horror.
So it was just... I can't even begin to tell you how cool of a concept this was.
The shaky camera work, improvised dialogue.
It felt real, human, and genuine human reactions to actual scary things. Like something scary happening to you, you'd actually react like that. That's why I think Blair Witch really took people by surprise.
And eerie silence between panicked breaths all made it feel as if it were set in reality. And that was exactly the point. The movie, as you'd expect, became an overnight sensation, shattering records and opening the door to a completely fresh,
makes sense
realistic, and raw form of terror. However, its impact stretched well beyond the film industry. Suddenly, horror fans, amateur filmmakers, and thrill seekers were heading into abandoned locations and recording eerie footage.
It started an epidemic of just like multiple movies after Blair Witch was just found footage. Even games. It was so prominent, Blair Witch, that even games started to adopt that idea, that sense of found footage. Like eerie.
And the internet soon became a breeding ground for low-resolution videos, claiming to document real paranormal encounters.
Yeah.
Some were easily debunked, others less so. And that's where things began to take a strange turn. Because when an entire generation starts to believe that some of the most terrifying things can be caught on a simple high-8 tape, it's only a matter of time before someone tries to prove it.
So you're telling me that this was like a actual action done because they wanted it to be real?
Alright guys, before we continue, I'd
Hello,
like to tell you about
Expo.
tonight's video sponsor, NordVPN.
I'm really happy for your...
Alright, so lately I've been traveling quite
so
a bit
sorry.
for my ghost hunting
I need to skip the intermission because I'm streaming. Or else I would
February
definitely watch. I watch
2002.
them. I love Nexpo, man. This man.
It's
He's
a frigid
changed
night
YouTube
in the town
too.
of
He's
Flint,
changed
Michigan.
scary
And a
YouTubers
19-year-old
for me as well.
named Danielle Taylor crosses paths with a 20-year-old Travis Peya, a community college student with big dreams of making horror films.
Oh my god, look
Peya
at his
shared a
neck.
house with
That's
a
a
man named
beefy
John
neck.
Cockrell,
Sorry.
big dreams of making horror films.
Danielle Taylor. Wait.
Of Flint, Michigan. And a 19-year-old named Danielle Taylor crosses paths with a 20-year-old Travis.
It looks like she's sitting in a courtroom. I hope to God she sued them or something like that happened. If they actually ended up doing something. Travis, look at his neck.
Peya,
That's
a community
beefy.
college student
It's
with
a
big
beefy neck.
dreams
He
of
looks like a
making horror
thumb.
films. Peya shared a house with a man named John Cockrell, another student and self-proclaimed horror fanatic.
These names.
Their house, it was the spot per se, the hangout for their tight-knit circle, which included a James Carwile, Christina Lum, and Derek Faxlinger. At first, everything seemed mundane within their friend group. Danielle would visit the house a handful of times, and nothing seemed all that out of the ordinary.
She'd come and
Just a
go.
few weeks later, on the night of March
Not an
6th,
avid
however,
person
their
with their
entire
finger.
dynamic would, out of nowhere, take a dark turn. By complete
No.
surprise, Danielle was restrained, blindfolded, handcuffed, and threatened with murder. And all of it filmed on a single high-A tape.
Like, imagine going to a friend's house and then just trying to hang out with them. And then they're
Okay, I have
recording
a
you.
question for you.
The video opens inside a dimly lit house, bathed in the
And then they
eerie
attack
green
you.
glow that can only be provided by an old-school night vision camera.
Why is he standing there
Danielle
like...
stands front and center, seeming a bit annoyed that she's being filmed. Behind the camera is Travis Paya, his voice steady as he asks her.
Yo,
a
what the guy
strange
do?
question.
What the guy do? Why do
What
you
would
have
you
a
say
thing?
if you knew this was your last day on Earth? Danielle smirks, brushing off the question with a simple
Fuck
you.
This poor
There's a
girl.
heavy undercurrent of something else, though.
In the
Something
background.
unspoken.
Literally, this guy.
A shadow moves behind her. One of the men steps forward, revealing something in his hands.
A gag.
A
It
blindfold.
feels like a gag.
Maybe a gag.
It's a gag
And
because
the
she has
moon
glasses
shifts.
on.
Travis prompts Danielle again, this time instructing to say ready, set, go. Sensing something is off, she refuses. Someone's behind her. Something is up here.
She knew.
She turns.
Oh my
Yet
god.
before she can react, multiple hands grab at her.
No.
She barely has time to respond before
Bitch,
she's wrestled.
don't fucking tell me that motherfucking piece of shit who's fucking round has a fucking Yo, a bowling ball is grabbing her. A bowling fucking
The
ball
ground.
in
She
human
fights
form.
briefly,
Poor
but it doesn't take
girl.
long for her to realize she isn't getting away.
No.
Whatever this is, it's happening. The scene cuts. We find ourselves in a car. The
What
lighting
about
is
this is
bad.
acting.
Again, night vision. Danielle sits in the back seat, blindfolded, scared out of her mind. She's stiff,
Fucking psycho.
her face only showing
Look at
fear.
his face. He looks like he's...
Christina Lum, the only other woman to appear in the video, is driving.
She let this happen? I swear to God, if this is real, I will have a flip out. She let this happen? She sat there and drove the car and let it happen to another girl. What if that was fucking you next fucking second? If these guys did it to this girl, what do you think they're gonna do to you?
She doesn't say much, just keeps her eyes on the road. At first, the guys verbally taunt her, but there's this edge to it. And then we see it. One of them, Jonathan Cockrell, has a knife, and it's pressed right up against her. They start asking her questions. Did you have a good life? Say your last words to your family. If you could go back in time and change anything, would you?
What kind of fucking questions
Danielle
are these?
hesitates. She tells her mom she loves her. She says she's sorry for everything. She tells
Poor
those in the car
girl.
with her that she has nothing to say to them. Nothing she says will be right anyway. No one reassures her. No one tells
girl.
her it's okay. And the video cuts again. Deep in the heart of the forest,
They're
the
just
camera
acting.
follows as James carries Danielle over his shoulder.
Sorry,
The group moves with
Danielle.
a sense of purpose, heading straight for a spot they've already prepared.
So this
a
was
shallow
pre-planned
grave,
and everything.
Barely 2 or 3 feet.
This wasn't like a spur of the moment
They
kind
set
of a
her
thing.
down
It was
before
like,
explaining
oh, we
what's
dug a
coming
grave for
next.
you.
They're going to
You're
cut her
going in, kind of a
before
thing.
burying her alive and leaving her to die.
Cut her?
Travis stands over the pit, knife in hand. The blindfold that had been covering Danielle's eyes is pulled down around her neck, and she doesn't say a word. Following this,
Oh.
Travis kneels down,
I feel so bad.
brings the blade right up to her, and then
No.
nothing.
Oh
he
they're
never
acting.
actually cuts her.
Please tell me.
He mimes the act of slashing Danielle's throat before she goes completely limp and pretends to be dead.
Congratulations, you're dead. Welcome to the afterlife.
Just like that, the entire mood shifts. The group starts laughing, giving each other pats on the back over what they had just done. One by one, they turn to the camera, introducing themselves, explaining their roles in this so-called film. They even take bows, grinning the entire time.
Okay.
Danielle Taylor, as it turned out, wouldn't die that night.
Yay.
Contrary to the knife being held to her throat, contrary to her being tied up against her will, contrary to her being thrown haphazardly into a massive hole in the ground, this was nothing but a stunt. A prank for a movie.
That scared me. I was so sad. I'm so sorry, Jimmy. I didn't mean to call you a fat man. I'm so sorry.
Funny, right?
No. My heart.
Halting the recording, the group unties her, harping on just how realistic, how entertaining her reaction was. Surely,
job,
this will
Danielle.
seem visceral enough to make it to film. This was their big break, their escape from Flint, Michigan, after all.
Good job, Danielle.
For Danielle, though, she was far from fine.
Why?
Just a few minutes before, she thought she was dying. She had nothing to laugh about here because the entire joke was solely on her.
I can't remember his name.
What do you mean? What?
So far, it's been easy to follow Danielle's state of mind throughout this. A woman trapped by those she trusted.
Yeah.
A victim of an inhumane prank.
Okay, so it was a prank
However,
on her.
that's where our central problem begins. Because was this really? Was this all nothing but a sick joke? That is the question that soon becomes the heart of this entire.
Oh, so... Okay, so you're telling me she didn't know that this was a film. All of them knew this was a film and they were actually gonna end her. And she whatever she actually went through was real on her part. And what she felt was
Your
actually
incident.
traumatizing.
And the answer depends on who you believe.
Did she know or no? Did she know about this whole thing or no? So confused. Well, that's that, I guess.
It looks like an ordinary day in the USA, but in the city of Flint, Michigan, all is excitement.
Ooh,
Even
why?
the small fry are buzzing.
Is she an actress?
And the older boys and girls are let out of school. Oh, this
No.
is a day. The whole town's a bustle. Yes, sirree, there's going to be a parade, too.
This is so
And what's a parade
eerie.
without festive bunting and gala decorations?
What's happening?
The city of Flint, Michigan is undoubtedly one of desolation. It's a place once bustling, lively, full of opportunity. Yet today, it stands as nothing but a shell of what it once was. When the automotive industry backed
Whoa.
away, it left a void of broken dreams, families with shattered aspirations. It's depressing that something like this can actually happen to those who had no hand in the matter at all.
That's
Like we established,
unfortunate.
the Blair Witch Project shattered the world, sending audiences into a frenzy and inspiring loads of those with nothing but a camera to create something horrifying of their very own.
Yeah.
The entire
But-
group maintains that they all had hopes, dreams to get out of Flint and to make something of themselves. And while they could have chosen a myriad of ways to do that, the film industry, for once in its near century-long history, felt like something attainable, a vehicle to a completely.
I get the sentiments, but like, where is this going? Does this mean that she knew or she didn't know? I can't understand. Something happened. What happened? Okay, so it has something to do with the Blair Witch. Like,
In the following days,
something keeps
Danielle
happening.
Taylor, reeling from the incident on March 6th, would revisit the Peya home.
Okay.
It was done on invitation, a night for all of them to rewatch their masterpiece. Yet for Danielle, she had other plans.
What kind of plot twist? What plot
You
twist?
scream and you fight. We put a gag in your mouth and throw you in the trunk. If you relax and accept death and what's coming to you,
After the tape ran its course, she secretly swiped it, replaced it with another, and
Oh.
after the events of that night had wound down, she set out to report the entire group to law enforcement. Within a week, the lives of Jonathan
Whoa.
Cochran, Travis Peya, Christina Lum,
Damn.
James Carwile, and Derek Faxlinger, everyone involved in perpetrating this stunt, would change. They were all arrested, finding themselves awaiting trial on
I thought
kidnapping
I predicted it.
and assault charges, and facing anywhere from 7 years to life in prison under Michigan law.
Good.
Contrary to their claims of simply aspiring to create a horror movie, Danielle Taylor maintained that she had no idea about any of this. To her, this
She-
was all very real.
She did not
And
know
given
about
her glance
this shit.
at the footage, it's easy to empathize with her. Interestingly though, support for her wouldn't be unanimous, as once testimonies came out and the footage was given a second look, cracks in the facade began to show.
God.
Danielle, at numerous points throughout the footage, does things that make no sense. She scratches her nose. She inquires on if the rope is tight enough. And just minutes after she supposedly thought she was dying, she can be seen laughing alongside the group.
I survived, and I'm freezing, and my
guess
arms
what?
hurt.
If you move anymore, I swear to God, I'm using a blade to do this. Alright?
A bizarre reaction.
A bizarre
especially
reaction, but like to be fair, she was just put through a very bizarre scenario, and like I like personally, when I'm shocked, I'm scared or whatever, I start laughing too. And especially if it's in a group setting, I start laughing a lot as well, because main reason being I get nervous, and the way I react to like my nervousness is laughing. So to be fair, people in very weird situations, in scary situations, and situations where they don't know how to react, end up laughing instead.
considering the circumstances.
I do. I'm talking
Even
from
still,
experience.
a Lapeer County prosecutor named Brian Concha spoke to the media on Danielle's behalf, maintaining
Okay.
his belief that she did not know that any of it was staged until the end. The prank was intended by the participants, but the last party, the victim, was not in on it.
Fair. Like, hey, she.
Conversely, attorneys representing the accused said the tape shows that Danielle, in fact, did know that it was a movie, citing the fact that she never begged the group not to kill her, appeared to smile after the gig was up, and
Just because she didn't beg them not to end her doesn't mean she didn't know about it. She could have been like, I give up too. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that is a little sus, her not begging.
had not once
But
told them
maybe
to
she's
stop.
not the type to. You
She
don't know.
pretends to play dead for about a minute, one said. If she truly thought she was going to be buried alive,
That part I
she would
can't.
have struggled. As we can see, all
But
we
maybe
have
she
here
was too-
is a
too-
he said,
she was
she
too-
said situation.
Too shocked.
No one here ever knew the answer on
She's so
if she were
pretty.
acting in this stunt. Not the prosecutors.
The acting was so
not
good
their
that you can't
lawyers,
never know. You
no
won't
one
even know.
But Danielle Taylor.
No one but Danielle Taylor. Yeah. She's the only one who could tell. I wonder where she is right now, and like if she ended up, you know, changing her story, or
In the
if it
midst
stays
of
the
an
same.
intense legal battle, Christina Lum had turned on her group of friends, accepting a plea bargain on a reduced charge of attempted felonious assault, and received a suspended 6-month sentence
Okay.
pending the completion of probation. Derek Faxlinger was ordered to pay a $200 fine.
Okay.
Jimmy Carwile received a 4-month sentence,
Yeah,
while
because
Peya and Cockrell got 8 months.
they
All
grabbed
suspended
her.
sentences following the completion of probation. All of them inevitably served their time and got out.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
However, in the end, another affliction entirely would befall them.
What? There's another? How many plot twists does this story have? One thing happens, then another thing comes in. Then another thing comes in. Yo, 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 yo! Pea Travis, formerly of the Kearsley area, age 24, passed away April 18th, 2006. That's my best friend's birthday and birth year. That's crazy. And the funeral was held at April 22nd, 2006. Oh, burial will take place at Davison Cemetery. He was a member of the Trinity Lutheran Church in Davison.
Travis Pea, the group's ringleader,
Travis
passed away
died,
on Tuesday, April
unfortunately.
18th, 2006. Derek Faxlinger passed away on Monday, February 12th, 2007.
2007?
And Jonathan Cockrell lost his life on Wednesday, February 19th of
2014?
All of them were less than 35 years old.
Whoa.
Almost like a curse, 3 of the 4 men involved in the real Blair Witch incident had died before their lives could even get off the ground, and any information surrounding them, barren. All that seemed to exist
They all pass
was
away?
hearsay, notably on the website My Death Space, in which Travis Pea's cause of death was speculated to have been caused by drug use. Furthermore, mentions of Derek Faxlinger come up in reference to an MLive article, which states that he passed away from an epileptic seizure and had his organs donated to those in need. Even still, though.
And his... Okay, that's very sweet of him to do. Donate his organs. Very sweet of him to do, but... Whoa! No, that's way too close. It feels like it was planned.
Nothing definitive on whether this came from the fallout of the real Blair
Could it have
Witch
been
ever
planned?
came up. Onlookers then were just as conflicted, just as confused as all of us today.
What about this girl? Where is she now? Is she okay? Or was it just the 3 guys?
For a while, it seemed like this was the end to the real Blair Witch saga.
There's
A
more!
lost media legend turned criminal battle that resulted in the loss of 3 lives. However, an entire year after the original Reddit post was made, a user named Beef Brothel emerged out of seemingly nowhere, shedding light on the deaths of their supposed friends. Derek, John, and Trav have all passed away. Derek had a seizure
in the shower and sadly passed away from that. His organs were donated and saved quite a few people. That's amazing. Very kind. And gave great hugs. Trev had a terrible tooth infection, and I'm not sure if that was the cause, but it was a contributing factor to his death. John was depressed, and I cannot deny that. His mother died, and they were quite close, so his partying ramped up during the period after her passing. Another friend was hit with him that night, and they were celebrating his new apartment, and it was simply an accidental overdose. He was one of my best friends, and I'm still angry at him for being so careless, especially because things were moving in such a positive direction for him. None of their deaths were because of the pressure of the case. Jim and I still talk occasionally, but he moved to another state and lives a private life. He's a good man, and I think he was affected the most by the situation. Jimmy, the healthy guy. That's crazy. That is crazy.
in the shower and sadly passed from that. His organs were donated and saved quite a few people. He was an extremely kind person and gave great hugs. Travis had a terrible tooth infection, and I'm not sure if that was the cause, but it was a contributing factor in his death. John was depressed. I can't deny that. His mother died, and they were quite close, so his partying ramped up during the period after her passing. Another friend was with him that night, especially for being too connected them up.
I read it
Insisted that
because
she never wanted.
the girl apologized to them after the fact and insisted that she never wanted any of this to happen. She was known to our graduating class as a notorious exaggerator before any of this ever happened. So there's that. Plus, she was young and being told by a lot of authority figures that she had to go along with this prosecution. She claimed that after the fact that she believed taking the video from the house would prove that it was just a joke and everyone would just get off the hook. She didn't realize Jean was pausing the recording between shots. Part of me thinks she initially enjoyed the initial attention, but it spiraled way out of control.
Any of this to happen. She was known to our graduating class as a notorious exaggerator before any of this.
So she did this on
purpose.
Bro,
Authority figures, she had to go along with this
what
prosecution.
the hell?
She claimed after the fact that she believed taking the video from the house would prove that it was just a joke and everyone would just get off the hook. She didn't realize that John was pausing the recording between shots. Part of me thinks she initially enjoyed the initial attention, but it spiraled way out of control. If I didn't know, these guys participated in these types of pranks on all of our friends weekly, made a dozen of backyard horror films with them, spent all of my free time with them for years. I would think they were psychos too, but that's not the case. Jackass and Blair Witch were huge at this time, so it was a kind of a mashup of the two genres to them. We all knew if you went to Rancho, you could get pranked. It was just how things were. They did almost the exact same thing to another friend a week or two before, and she was the one who suggested they film it the next time. Unfortunate. To be fair, I love how this person has, like, they don't seem like bad people, and they probably didn't mean for it to end up like it did. But at the end of the day, the girl did feel like something wrong happened to her. And that she didn't want to participate in something like this. And she feels like she actually went through something because of this, like psychological. And it's unfortunate that everybody involved had gone through this. It's so unfortunate. All of this is so unfortunate. All of our friends
and
weekly.
So freaking avoidable. If we just had a contract, like something written down or something like that, you know, like in written with signatures and stuff like that. That would be so much smarter.
Backyard horror films,
and I hope to God
spend all of my free time with them for years. I would think they were psychos too.
She knew or something that
Jackass and Blair Witch were huge.
That would, I don't know how, like, nothing justifies if she actually knew and she did it. That's insane. That is absolutely insane to do to another human being, and deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. I can only hope and pray that nothing like that actually happened to her. And honestly, I'd rather hope that she was lying than for her to have gone through something like that. But it's unfortunate that the guys had to go through something like that as well, because it was on the record, and God knows what it does to a human being of being, like, you know, put on trial for something that you didn't do. Overall, very unfortunate situation. I don't think there's a solution to this other than, like, fine print things. Please just write it down and get your friend to sign it the next time you try to film them, you know, in case later down the line.
A mashup of the two genres to them. Things were surprising.
Wait, oh.
This
was a devastating time for our group of friends, their families, and loved ones. Visiting them in jail was bonkers. I will never forget how sad they all looked and how many people came to see them. Everyone knew that they did not do this maliciously, except the prosecutor, and he was a real asshole. Long story short, it was always a prank, and everyone except the law knew that. That is crazy if it's true. It's so unfortunate. These guys could have had a good, happy, fulfilled life, and maybe they would have actually made it big out of Michigan.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Danielle, I swear to God, I hope that you weren't actually, like, you were actually lying.
Real Blair Witch Incident is a bizarre, unsettling chapter in the
So
history
bizarre.
of lost media, human capacity for cruelty. How far would you go for a chance to escape a place in which you have no future? Was Danielle in on things, or was she truly terrified for her life that night? I've always said that lost media, by nature, carries this enduring sense of mystery, and in my opinion, this one is no different.
I agree.
It is, and always will be, eerie.
Regardless of whatever happened, the three guys in this video, in this film, have passed away. And we have no idea on if this was real or if this was fake. And that alone is eerie and creepy and insane to think about, because all of this was so avoidable.
Look into the lives of intensely conflicted individuals. But if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's that we may likely never ever get our hands on the full original tape in its entirety. The story of
'Cause it's
Danielle
gone.
Taylor will forever live on through the lens of news reports and documentaries. And in its wake, an unsolvable question.
Did she know?
Did she truly know? Perhaps we never will.
If you watch this video to the end of it, I want you to answer this question. Do you think she knew? And if not, then why? Just generally. I personally think by the end of it that she didn't know. I'm gonna hope to God that she didn't go through something like this, but at the end of it all, I'm gonna say she didn't know. That's my opinion on this. But I'd love to hear yours, and it'd be cute. That'd be really cute if I got like little replies back on if she actually knew or not. But yeah, thank you for watching.